Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Captain of Industry, working on a complete revamp of all of our construction part 1, 2, 3, processing, electronics, rubber, paper, just about everything on the map we have reworked or we're in the process of reworking. Let's get back to it. In terms of components, I'm just noticing the water here is getting low. In terms of components, we need to do lab equipment and vehicle part ones, I think. What else? Yeah, we need vehicle part ones. Not urgent. Not urgent at all. Our fleet is totally upgraded, and we have a ton of vehicle part twos stored up, and we don't have the third tier vehicles even unlocked yet. Let's look at our warnings here before we get back to it. I know we're gonna want to probably want to start getting these factories enabled. This is construction part ones. And this here is construction part 2s, and I think we'll have room real soon to plop down construction part 3s. And then we need to get all of our steel production up and running in this area. We'll have a couple of these guys in our way. Iron. We may have to find a place for this stuff so we can flatten this land. Anyway, let's look at the warnings real quick. Building might collapse. Don't care. Don't really care about any of those right now because we're doing so much rework. Coal Plateau leveling crew. Let's see who these guys are and what they're looking to do. They're working in this area. I guess. What do we want them to do? I wonder. Let's think about how we want to attack this coal deposit. Not really eager to do that at the moment, but we could have these guys start digging a new ramp going from kind of right to left, and then just working that ramp back and having that be the way in and out of the mine. That might be a way to do it. And then we can just fill from here and then just keep working it back. Let's we could at least get one started. So we've got a lot of runway. We can get, seems like we could get pretty deep if we did it from back here. We started from back here. In fact, we could start, let's do it. Let's just do it. It has to be a lifelong decision. We can just change things up if we want later. But basically, I'm thinking of a fairly good size ramp. Coming down into this deposit. Kind of like so. And I'm actually going to change that crew. See, where are you? These guys. To just one excavator. Because I want that to go slow. I'd rather have most of the coal mining take place down here. Because we're not using that much coal right now. Let's give these guys this working area. They'll be kind of hanging out there. And they don't need 6 trucks. Let's give them 3 trucks and 1 excavator. And then let's put the extra excavators where? Oh, man. Everybody, most of my terraforming is on hold, just looking for new land. These guys are kind of playing a game here where, hey, we'll put it up at top and you guys pick it up down there. Let's get rid of this. These knuckleheads. They could terraform all of that. Do we have ore in there probably? Yep. Darn it. Ore is good, but man, I want to create space, and ore is going to kind of get things backed up. We could just start piling it up like this. Pile up a bunch of copper ore or something. I got 3 excavators idle. Tell you what, I'm going to leave them idle for the time being. I just don't have anything for them to work on. These guys. this is another crew. Don't need that much coal, I guess. In this level, this is already leveled, so we don't need to chew this. We don't need to chew this land right here back. That's kind of right where we want it. Like all this, I think this is all one above sea level, right? And we're going to top this with dirt. Am I mistaken? Yeah, that's all where we want it. We could start chewing this back. Let's just not worry about it. U-shaped conveyor may collapse due to uneven terrain. Don't care. We'll fix that later if we need to. All right. Those are gone. Maintenance looks good. Food is holding up, but man, I've got to have 2 food saver edicts to keep it safe. I'm a little concerned about that. It looks like wood is loaded up again. I'm going to sell or trade some wood. Unity's looking really good, so let's get rid of that. We've got, look at all the scrap iron I've brought in. I'm going to bring in some more here in a second. Just because I want to get rid of wood and keep the trees being cut. And we've got surplus unity right now. Iron scrap. I guess. Why not? Okay. That'll bring our tree supply down. Boy, we didn't spend much unity at all on that. 164. Let's get another edict going. Just concerned, or yet, we've got a ton of workers. Let's... Boy, that one's almost full. This one's almost full. I was going to say, we could turn some of these guys on to fill up there. Let's get some of this mined. Is this our uranium mine? Yeah. That'll chew up a little bit of unity and put us in the negative. And we'll actually be doing something productive with it. What else do we have? Water is full. We can always upgrade this. That's pretty small. Why don't we upgrade? Nah, not yet. We don't want to spend construction parts right now. This guy could be unlocked. And we'll throw our workers on that. We've got a bunch of extra workers because our factories are down and we've got apparently surplus unity. So let's make use of it. We'll just keep those guys moving. There's nothing really to do on the map. I fought everything I can show you. This mine right here, limestone, I had to fight like 6 times to win this location. And I was really, really hoping that the limestone would be infinite, right? It only has 400,000 liters or units. Oh, I was hoping that would be infinite because we've got a sulfur mine here that is infinite. Doesn't, you know, it's not showing a quantity in the reserve. And when we combine sulfur with limestone, we get slag, which is a nice fill material. So I was really, really hoping that this limestone would be permanent. Then we could truck this in and just make a bunch of landfill and extend our island. We can still do it, but yeah, that's not infinite. We may still uncover a rock mine. There used to be rock mines, but they may have gotten rid of that. But these enemies, 610, our ship won't be able to win those battles. There's some here that are 470. That is the battle score that took me about 5 or 6 times, maybe even more, to win. I just got lucky, basically. We're not going to take on any of these guys. Coal mine. Until we get the upgrades. Speaking of which, we need to get a research lab going too. All right, let's get back to it. Let's build, or let's set up our building for construction part 3s. I don't think we're going to need quite as many things here for that. So let's think about it. We're going to get what? 8 times 12. So we're going to get 96 construction part 2s off of this belt. So we only need enough to handle that. So it looks like it's 1-to-1 though, isn't it? Construction part 3s will only take 12 at a time. So it's a 1-to-1 with our output. Maybe we do need 8 of these things just because the production's so slow. Yeah. Yep. Get half as many, but it takes just as much time. And then we're going to need to get into steel production. So we can copy this setup just as it is. This is construction part 2s. Do it. Copy this whole thing. Boom. Move it over here. Let's count how many we're keeping these apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we'll stick with that. Kind of a weird number. Yep. 1, 5, 9, and then we can double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that should leave a lot of room in case you want to put a vehicle ramp or just have traffic go through there or run belts. Gives us a lot of space. These we need to change over to construction part 3s. Trucking is off. So we'll water dropper this guy. Boom. Boom. Verify this last one looks right. Yep. And then that is construction part 2s. This is construction part 3. Where are you? Alphabetical. That's all good. Now let's start getting this stuff hooked up. Starting with our construction part 1 production. We can actually, let's see, how are we doing on parts? We have tons. Do you guys take? It does take construction part 3s to build all these things, so we're gonna have to be a little cautious to start. But let's unpause some of this stuff so it can get built. Unpause all the output belts. I already have a ton of construction part 1s. I'm just gonna unlock one of these guys just to save construction costs until we have everything up and running. Particularly the construction part 3s I'm a little nervous about. We can unpause this and maybe that. And now we need to get our parts in here. This is wood, bricks, or slabs and iron. Iron's going to be easy. That's right up top here. And so this iron, I'm wondering if there's any reason to send this back through. Let's do a balancer. I don't know if this is going to make sense or not. Do a balancer. Our production our priority output is there. That's basically production. This guy we can climb. Do it. Whoops. That's, oh, it is connecting there. It doesn't want to connect there. That's weird. Look at that. What is that behavior? Yeah, this belt, if I create it, it's not going to be connected, but if I do it this way, it is. Strange. I think it's strange. All right, let's help this guy out then. Make sure it stays connected. Now we'll go up. Come across. We can do iron as the top belt, I suppose. Okay, that worked out good. We got a nice wide road there. Let's unpause these guys. You and you. And then the reason I did this balancer is I was thinking maybe we could send the excess back in case it's needed down here. I doubt it ever would be. We can also store iron. We're going to need that for repairing the ship. But I don't have a good place to do it. Put a large storage just with the iron plates. It would help us drain that guy out. We did it if we found a spot. don't see a great spot for that. That's kind of out of the way. Maybe this guy or something. We'll think about it. But I was thinking some of this output could just make its way back into this guy. And theoretically feed the mechanical parts production. We can unpause that too. What does this take? Part 3s. No, we'll leave that. We need to get wood and concrete slabs. Concrete slabs are back this way. Where are you? Here on this belt. How could we route those potentially better? Seems like through here, maybe. Oh man, what a mess. Yeah, through there. Let's take a look. See what we can do. I could sneak out under this belt with our output instead of going out this way. Come down, assuming we're going to keep this ramp. I don't know if we will. That seems like a better spot. Let's do it. Do it. Clean this up. This can go, and all this can go. We're going to have to wiggle around. I don't even have a belt feeding this guy, so we'll do our little routine. So the of sending the overflow into storage. Let's toggle these directions. Boom, boom, and boom. Not quite. Let's hold off on that one. Layer 2, you. Yes, we'll hug the ground here. Something like this. Little balancer guy. Priority output will be that one. An overflow can go into storage. Suppose I just use the second level belts. Boom. And you're going to make your way around and into there. Could just stay at this height for looks. Need to duck under. Or else I need to move that belt over. Think about this for a second. What is this belt? This is limestone. Yeah, limestone. We do need to get limestone all the way over here. It's either going to be through here, or through here, through here, or through here. Just wondering if I should move it over to take that third slot. Let's do it. It'll make it look a little bit nicer, I think. Let's not do it. Let's just take this belt back until we know what we want to do. That will save us a little bit of resource. Like I said, until we get all our construction parts actually being manufactured. A little nervous. With that out of the way, we'll just grab that slot. I think. remove. We'll get a little bit of extra construction part 2s out of this deal. I'm going to delete that little nugget to save a pillar. Then leave a little room. This guy's going to find his way over to there. Okay, that's clearly not acceptable. Let's go back. I gotta get down one more. Take it. Okay, that's 2 out of 3 ingredients. We need to get wood, and we need to figure out where we want to put that wood production. This is fine now. Unpause it, and then let's fix this belt. Now we can reverse it. I've only got one cement mixer enabled. Concrete mixer, I should say. All right, wood. What do we want to do with wood? Let's see. Yeah, where do we want to do this? And do we want to belt wood across the map? Let's see how many things wood is actually used for. Can I actually right click on it and get the recipes? Construction part 1s and furniture. That's it. Do we want to just ruck it? Or do we want to commit to where we're going to have wood production? We could just commit and say this is where we're going to have some forestry. Maybe extend it down this way. And it could even be over here too. Copper, we're saying we might scale that up off to the left. So maybe this land is free. So we could put wood down. I don't know, a big warehouse for wood, just like right here, and then belt up and come across. Why don't we do that? Let's do it. We can always change our minds later. Maybe just right here. This is the world supply of wood. Boom. Let's unpause that. 90 construction part 3s. I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna do it. A little nervous about running out of construction parts. And then maybe I just travel on the inside of that belt. There's no belt bouncer or anything to worry about here. Probably get away with conveyor level 1s. 18 wood. Maybe not. These construction part 2s are chewing through our, these flat conveyor 2s, I should be selecting, are chewing through our construction part 3s as I build these. A little concerning. I'm straight across there. Okay, misclicked. Gonna mess up my pillar placement. Boom. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's turn off snapping. Kind of minimize the number of pillars we get. And here it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, we're gonna have to start heading down. There's wood. Unpause that belt. Boom. And boom. There's wood. We could do a hay, keep full on this guy. And then empty this one. Because I don't really want this to stay wood. Maybe they can start using that. Unity is in the negative, but that's fine. Don't care about you, don't care about you. Get rid of those warnings. And we will have production once that belt gets built. Oh, here comes our slabs. It looks kind of anemic, doesn't it, that belt? Oh, that's because I don't have this going yet. I don't have more of these running. One's good for now. Let's just let one run. That's fine. Water I'm getting concerned about. Luckily, we have a lot of storage. I have people trucking water over to this place, our community. That's got to get fixed. But let's get construction part 2s going. We've got outputs from construction part 1s here. Those need to make their way over here. And what do we add? We add electronics, which we have a belt of somewhere. Bear with me while I spin around. We got a belt of electronics right here. Maybe this will be our ground belt. And we'll keep this one high. Do it. Okay, I'm taking construction part 1s over to the next factory. I'm trying to minimize pillars. There, and then can you snap in? That looks nice. Then we're gonna grab electronics from these guys. I guess I could hop on top of this belt. Okay, we can cut this little nugget off. Boom. So these are construction part 2s. Let's do the same thing. We're going to be a little bit cautious on what we build. How are we doing? 649 construction part 3s. Sure, we can make it work. If we do run out, we'll figure out a way to get that going. We need this. Need those to come through. And how about we do 2 of these guys up top, and all of the output belts. All of this. I'm going to hold off on the storage just to save us 90 construction part 3s. And speaking of construction part 3s, let's do it. We need to bring over construction part 2s. We should probably do that identical to what we did over here. Which means we need these 2 things working at least. Come up, across, and meet on the bottom. And what else do you need? Steel. Steel will be next. You can come up. I'm just looking to see what I did over here. Keep them looking similar. Yeah, that one doesn't want to connect. What's different? Not sure. That's where the pillar is. Maybe I went down one already or something. Let's oh. Huh. Transport to select position. Why would that not connect? I have an idea. Hold on one second. Let's see if we can make this work. Trying to match what I did here. Oh. Oh. Okay, we're going to connect this to the top belt. My bad, my bad. And steel. We don't have steel yet. So what do we want to do with this? As far as what do we enable? We got to get steel going before we can do any of this work. But I'm going to unpause one of these guys. Do that. All the outputs. This for the heck of it. Okay, that's that. Now we need to move on to steel. Maintenance is holding up. Fuel looks great. Food should be good. Yes, maybe we're accumulating more potatoes. Seems like vegetables are holding steady. Looks like this storage has got a little tiny bit left. Click to remove currently assigned product if storage is not empty. This will request trucks to remove all remaining products. I think that's kind of already implied. I want to turn this off and not be storing wood. Rubber, we're burning through the old rubber supply. Is that all gone now? That's over here. We still have a bit we're trying to empty out. Looks like you're gone, and you have a little bit that you're dumping over here. These 2 can go. A little bit of junk we can kind of clear up as we go. enough for now. Steel. All right. And then we have a little bit of terraforming that can be done up here while we're looking at steel. That can all go. Our truck's going to be able to get there. I have set myself up again. These guys probably can't make it over there. If I got rid of this. Or they could if I just pause this for now. Let's do that. To let those guys through. Should be able to get through. Good enough. Yeah, they're on the move. They'll do some of that for us. So steel, I'm trying to figure out how much to do. We get 48 molten iron out of the blast furnace. Then we got to send that into an oxygen furnace. That cuts it down in half, right? So 24. And then we got to throw it into a cooled caster or something. Where are you, steel? Cooled caster, 24. So it's 1 to 1 to 1. And we're going to end up with 24. If we wanted to saturate a belt, the level 2 belts that we have, we would need 8 of these. That's a lot. And I kind of want to keep the look here that we've got going on. I don't want everything jammed up. I want to be able to run pipes if we need to without having to get to spaghetti-ish and have it have it still look semi-organized. So we might do something like this. Still going to need to supply the inputs. Crushed iron, limestone, coal, right, into all these burners, all these furnaces. And we're going to get slag out. So I have a slag belt that kind of comes all the way through here. That's at 200 throughput. What do each of these guys put out in terms of slag? 18. So 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 18 is what? 90? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we may have to redirect some slag elsewhere for this group of things. And we may do something like this, just route it and have them dump it. This slag belt is feeding our concrete slab production. Guessing that's enough. So how do we want to do? Do we want the cooled caster just in line here? I would like these all 3 apart. Look, what are you? Yeah, that's 3 apart. Put a cooled caster down. Have that 3 levels down. You need water, and you're going to put out steel for us. Should be able to run everything I need to run, right? Let's do it. Molten channel. You into you, and then this guy is going to put out more molten goodness. Okay, I'm not blocking any ports there. I got oxygen I got to bring in, and I've got exhaust I got to get out. The exhaust, I want to start processing it soon. Scrubbing it. It is, where are you? Here, right? Everything produces it. I think we have this exhaust scrubber available to us. Exhaust and water, that would get us some extra sulfur. We can mix that with limestone, or we can turn it into slag, which we can use as fill. The problem here is the carbon dioxide. That kind of is a pollutant, and we don't have a good way to get rid of it. But that's later. We'll worry about that later. Exhaust scrubbing. Kind of curious to do it, though. And then these guys, we want a bunch of these. Copy. I've been putting these 5 apart too, just because I can. Like, I don't like super duper compact factories. I just don't like the way they look. Something about it makes me claustrophobic or something. That's kind of 5 apart. Maybe I see something I want to change. Do we want to wiggle these over? This one in particular. No, it's fine. That's 2. That's 4. Like I said, if we wanted to saturate a bell to steel, we would need 8 of these. Doesn't mean we have to have them all powered on, but we'd have the ability to do it if we wanted to, right? That's kind of what I'm working towards. Can I do it? If that'll build. I think that's where, whoa, man, it just moved at the last second. That could be our steel. Is it overkill? Probably. Probably. Yeah, probably is. But it fits, and we can do it. Exhaust is going to be a little tricky because we have a lot of exhaust coming through here. But our biggest pipe right now can hold what? 200. And each one of these gets us 30 plus another 36. So 66. So maybe 3 could share an exhaust pipe. I think so. We could do it where we just do 2. I'm not sure where we're going to do the exhaust processing. If we choose to do it, we could run, pipes out this way. We could try and do it local once we fill in this land or something. But for now, I guess it's just we got to put these guys down. How many? Every second one? Yeah, we're not going to do the scrubbing right next to the factory, I don't think. There's just too many inputs and outputs to deal with there. Water, sulfur, carbon dioxide, and finding a place to use the steam. We'll do it north of here, but I think we need these large smokestacks, right? Yeah, these guys only do 60. I think if we plunk one of these guys kind of sort of towards the middle-ish, be enough. I'll show you why I'm stalling here, what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking I want a pipe going down the middle. That can be the exhaust. Now it can actually, maybe it's best for this guy to hug the ground. I'm just looking, sorry. Something like that. Then these guys snap into that pipe. Kind of like that. This all goes bye-bye. Don't need it. With the idea being that right now we're going to put the big smokestack here, but then later on that will be piped out and used for something different. But can I actually cut and paste this? Not sure if this will actually do it for us. Man, those inputs and outputs are hard to see around. Yes, right? That works, kind of. Doesn't really need to be the big pipe. See the rest of those. And same thing over here. Ugly stuff in my way. Where'd all these mining designations? These guys did a good job. Hopefully they can get out of here. Where they get trapped. Why don't you guys hang out right there? The other thing I didn't account for yet is the oxygen. Right? So we need our normal, you know, whatever, iron ore, limestone, coal. We need to take care of slag as an output. Exhaust, we got to take care of too. Oh, look what I did. Bear with me for a minute here. Yeah, hold on one second. I'm looking at this exhaust hanging out over here. This is kind of goofy. I'm taking exhaust from one side, this side. So yeah, we saw 66 per line, right? 36 from this process. Oh, 36 from smelting and 36 for this. So 72. 72. We can do, this is going to be different. We're going to do this different. A lot different. I think. This guy needs to go. We need to kind of flip this guy. Get rid of this. Just for a minute. Copy you. Flip you. Line you up kind of like we've been doing. I guess you're kind of lining up to this side. All right. One more down. Boom. You can hook up there. And this guy can hop over. Or we could flip him too. See what it looks like. Flip you. Type. Okay, so there's all our exhaust handled out through there. And then this is what we want to mirror and copy. So all this goes bye-bye. Here to here. You two. Let's get this transport hooked up. Hold the panel from here to here. We have slag we're going to need to worry about. That's going to, I think, take its own path. We'll do that once we figure out the oxygen. We may have to just do that individually. But I'd like to get these all copied. Oxygen's going to be tricky. This needs 18 per cycle. And for oxygen, where are you? We'll use this air separator. So it's 1 for every 2 of these guys, right? One for every 2. These aren't real big. This right here is kind of a wall of belts, right? I can't really penetrate this wall of belts that's coming through the back side. So I don't want to think of putting oxygen over there. Do want to think of processing our exhaust. I think I can get a pipe to hop over those belts, but I don't want a whole bunch of stuff hopping over those belts. I'm trying to think of where to put our oxygen machines. Our air separators, I should say. And one of them can satisfy 2 of these. Where is a good spot for that? I think what we could do is slap down 2 of these right in the middle. Take a look at that, what that would look like. It's going to make it so I can't do as many as I want, but that's all right. We will expand later, I suppose. Okay, I want to be 5 apart. So this guy could feed like these 2, and then I could put another one down here that feeds the pair next to it. Then we have some extra space that maybe we could find some kind of use for. Let's see. Tell you what, man, time flies when we're deep in it. Let's wrap this one here. What did we do? We got wood going, kind of in a little more organized fashion. We got some initial construction part 1 production. What are you waiting on that you're not getting? You're not getting these guys. Did this not get built? What's going on over here? This guy is waiting on water. We have no water out here. You guys have been they've been starved out. Here's the water pipe. Oh man, we may have to solve that next episode. Our water, our island-wide water network has been severed in quite a few places. Maybe we'll get to that next episode. Well, we almost got construction part 1s going, and we have production set up or established for construction part 2s. And we've got a factory set up for construction part 3s. We did some terraforming. We tore up some storages. And right now we're working on steel. Once we get steel, we can finish construction part 3 production, and then we can kind of unleash all these ghosted buildings. Once we're actually in production for all our construction parts. We saw that our ramp over here is done. Looks like this land is finally getting cleared of trees. That's nice to see. We got a new ramp started on coal. That'll be a slow burn. Get down to the bottom, and then maybe we'll start filling from this area and accessing the deposit from over on this side. What else? What else? I think that's about it. But yeah, we'll leave it there. When we get back, we'll finish working on steel. We'll probably put down 2 oxygen things, at least 1 more cluster here of steel production, and then we'll have to decide how far we're going to go over. We probably pause after we do 1 more cluster, get everything running, and then see what we want to do. If we want to scale out steel, or if we want to just move on to lab equipment and getting our research lab rebuilt, that kind of stuff. But we'll decide that later. For now, it's Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series on Captain of Industry. Man, what a deep, deep game. So much to do. We're doing it. Thanks to Glidercat patrons and channel members. As always, deeply appreciate your support of the channel. And thanks to those of you that have given the videos a thumbs up. I appreciate that as well. And with that, I'll see you all in the next episode.